Operation Paperclip was a covert intelligence program conducted by the United States following the conclusion of World War II in Europe. Its objective was to recruit and relocate German scientists, engineers, and technicians to the United States for employment in government positions. The operation took place between 1945 and 1959 and involved more than 1,600 individuals, spearheaded by the Joint Intelligence Objective Agency and executed by special agents of the U.S. Army Counterintelligence Corps. Operation Paperclip played a significant role in harnessing German scientific expertise for American interests. The root of Operation Paperclip can be traced back to February 1945, when the Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force established T-Force, also known as Special Section Subdivision. Initially, it consisted of 2,000 personnel, and it was primarily focused to identifying valuable German assets. These targets encompassed a wide range of areas, including synthetic rubber, oil catalysts, advanced armored equipment, V-2 rockets, naval technology, field research, and a whole bunch of sleuths. As the war neared its end, an increasing number of German scientists were discovered. To handle them effectively, the Enemy Personnel Exploitation Section was established within the Special Section subdivisions. This section managed and interrogated the German scientists. Initially, a detention center called Dustbin was set up in Paris. Later, it was moved to Kransberg Castle outside of Frankfurt. The first clandestine recruitment program, known as Operation Overcast, was initiated by the U.S. Joint Chief of Staffs on July 20th, 1945. The program's original purpose was to aid in ending the war in Japan and support post-war military research. The name Overcast was derived from the housing camp in Bavaria, where the German scientists were initially held, a name given by their family members. In late 1945, the JCS established the JIOA as a subcommittee, its subsequent incarnation, Operation Paperclip. In November 1945, Operation Overcast was rebranded as Operation Paperclip by Ordnance Corps officers. The scientists deemed of interest for employment in the United States had a paperclip attached to their folder. Notably, the primary motivation behind the operation was not initially directed against the Soviet Union. Rather, the concern was that these German scientists might migrate to neutral countries and continue the research. President Truman officially approved Operation Paperclip in a classified directive circulated on September 3rd, 1946. The program expanded to include 1,000 German scientists who would be held under temporary, limited military custody. It is important to acknowledge that while Operation Paperclip played a vital role in scientific and technological breakthrough in the US, it also sparked ethical debate. Some of the German scientists and engineers recruited had been members of the Nazi Party and were affiliated with Nazi organizations. They had a murky past, to say the least, and were sometimes in some capacity involved in the atrocities committed by the German Empire. While the operation was largely successful, a certain amount of German scientists, engineers, etc. turned out to be less useful than they thought. In order to mask US involvement in the extraction of former Nazi members, they gave the less than useful scientists and engineers and technicians a stipend and moved them abroad, where they would live in relative peace.